welcome back.
NicknLex here.
Hey everyone.
How's it going, guys? So tonight we're gonna do a marathon. But this is a really cool marathon that we haven't rarely done. I mean, only I think Steely Dan, where we do just one band.
Yep.
This, as you can see in the description, is Little Feat, and we did react to one Little Feat song.
Yep. Go check it out up there. This is a request by Andrew A. Thank you so much, Andrew, for this. He basically said so he was the one that suggested the other Little Feat song, and he's like, I feel like it was unfair to show you Little Feat and not show you like the different styles that they have. So he said this was perfect because with this he was able to kind of showcase that. So we're going to do two songs, the first and the last from Time Loves a Hero album. The middle one is from the last record album, and then the third song is from Hoi Hoi. So 77 is the first one, 75, 81, and then back to 77.
Wow, cool. So Red Streamliner, Down Below the Borderline, Gringo, and Hi Roller.
Yep.
Awesome, cool. Well, I can't wait because
Me neither.
yes, the Little Feat that we heard, the way I just like what I got out of it, I was like, well, this is like country music. So I guess you wanted.
Country.
It's not country. So
all over.
yeah. So yeah. So this is. I guess I love that. Now we're gonna get a different version.
And kind of like.
I'm
all
sure,
in one, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure that Andrew like specifically selected these like handpicked. So
of course.
Okay.
Thank you so much for this. I'm super excited too because prior to that song that we heard of Little Feat, we had never even heard the name of the band.
No.
But recently we were talking about how we went into Spotify and then it says we clicked on, well, you can click on any band. We clicked on Steely Dan. Fans also like, and Little Feat came up shortly after we did that other song, and we're like, oh my god, now they're like appearing, you know? So super excited to get to know like, the different phases, and when we did it, everyone was like, seemed to really know who they were, and we had
but so funny that they never had mentioned them before.
Or maybe so rarely that it wasn't like on our radar. So this is why we love requests. This is why we love marathons. Thank you so much, Andrew. Let's get started with Red Streamliner.
Oh, wait.
Let me do a quick check. Perfect. Okay.
just a station.
so amazingly good.
Yes.
Like, this is really like, oh man. And I don't want to sound like I'm like a broken record, but man, there's so much good music out there that we don't know. But I'm like, okay. So I don't say this like often, but when we heard Lingus by,
oh yeah,
and then I guess last time I heard, I think it was, I think it was Steely Dan, and I said that's the best piece of music I've heard this month. And then I heard Lingus a couple of days ago.
Snarky Puppy, check that out.
Holy crap! But now this, is like right up there with Steely Dan.
This is
like,
good,
you know what I
because
like
it's
so much about this?
Exactly what we listen to in one piece.
But this is even, I don't want to call it more complex, but I like that.
There's a lot of complexities going on.
That is one riff, and then the whole chord structure goes way into a different like stratosphere and becomes like super. And then that's where the voices come in, the Michael McDonald.
Vocals,
But and then they somehow manage to go back to that, and the whole like atmosphere and the, congas, and it sounds so good.
It
man.
does.
Holy,
it's very tasty.
Wow!
And it's got
so
many elements, and that's what I was gonna say. It's so complex. Like what everyone is playing is very complex, but yet it sounds
very easy.
Very easy.
And that's
very effortless.
That's where everybody's fooled.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you want to play Steely Dan? Oh, yeah, sure. Let's play some Steely Dan. And then when they're actually looking at the chords, you're like, you know how to, okay, Mark Knopfler, you will not play in my band.
Yes.
Because you don't know how to read music. That's a travesty. I mean, Mark Knopfler for me is one of the greatest guitar players in the world. And Donald Fagen told him that? That's crazy. But I mean, back to this. Oh my God. Like Little Feat, I would have not listened to another Little Feat. I would have, I gave up on them pretty much. Like we did the reaction. I have to be honest. I was like, this is not my kind of music, but this
is awesome. And it's the same band, and I'm super excited because now I'm like, ooh, what's the next one gonna be like?
I know. I mean, it's gonna be completely different. But what do you feel like? Because I've been talking a lot.
I feel like very euphoric because of that. Because I'm having that feeling that I have when we discover a new band, where it's like, oh my God.
But it's so rare.
It is very rare because
we listen to a lot. But
exactly. So like it's very rare for us to both like something very much. I feel like this has elements of things that I like, that you like, and that we like together. So this is absolutely something that we're going to be listening to again.
I know. And it's so crazy that I've never listened to, like, I've never heard the name Little Feat.
Me neither. Not even mentioned. I had never heard it before Andrew requested the song before.
What does feet mean?
I have no idea.
That's so cool. Maybe they wanted to say little feet, like small feet,
maybe.
Or like little feature. But yeah, this is as good as Steely Dan for me, and or like Doobie Brothers. This is like that moment when we listen to Doobie Brothers.
Exactly, that's how I feel right now.
I'm a fan.
That's exactly how I feel. So let's keep going. I'm super excited to see.
So I'm gonna go back a little bit when they go back into that doodle-doo-bee, doodle, and then to that riff.
Sounds good.
Red Streamliner rolling down the things you see. With the wheels in motion, desert mountain ocean. I hear you every night.
That stuff.
Is it a dream?
go into the other one since we recently
right.
paused.
Let's see.
But yeah, very good, Andrew. Thank you.
The border was a hot spot for all the fools from here to the corner, looking for a square deal or a fair deal. She don't need a gun, but she's an ultimatum. She got no corner. Can turn on a dime, then just find, darling, you can drop me anywhere that's down below the borderline, down below the borderline. Pulling out your hand, she acting so demanding. She don't need no stuff.
Super guitar players are killing it.
To love her is a thrill, so tell me it's for real. She break away and leave you crying at some stop sign down below the borderline, down below the borderline, down below the borderline. She don't leave no stone for you to stand on. And if you think that you might not be down here sometime, down below the borderline.
Jesus.
Wow, that was
Okay.
so good.
So this band is very guitar driven. It's very, and have you noticed that all the riffs they play, they're all palm muted?
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah. You're
That's
right.
what I do that too, but not like that. And then I love that there's like this organs and there's like jazz sections and there's like, what's going on, man?
It's very good. I
It's
really
very,
like the
very
two
tasty.
voices together at the beginning, the two guitars, like the
musicianship is crazy.
and even though it was kind of like repetitive or like on a vamp or whatever,
yeah.
it didn't feel like it because they would put in like some keyboards there and
Right.
some
It was
details.
a shorter one,
I
but
really like that.
it feels
Very
like very
tasty.
cool.
Yes.
Very cool, like
Yeah.
and then also the way you sing, you know, like that kind of stuff. So good. Like wow. I'm just like really surprised. Like I had no idea. It's what can I say?
know.
I'm speechless.
I know.
So let's continue.
Okay.
Like I guess it can only get better from here. Like this is now Gringo. Let's go with Gringo.
Yes.
Saxophone in the barrio. The chicas will bore you. They can be persuasive, Gringo.
Some gaucho vibes here.
Stars in their eyes. Spend a week in Acapulco. Oh, Esperanto needed.
Oh man, I'm getting like the chord progressions from gaucho from that particular song.
I was thinking this is like a mix between gaucho,
Peg,
Babylon Sisters because of the like chorus. It's so.
Yeah.
This has all of the elements.
I know.
This band is something else. I'm so happy right now because.
This is a revelation. I haven't felt
really
so
is.
happy about discovering a band for a long time.
Exactly, and Andrew's been following us for a while, so I'm so happy that he took advantage of the marathon and was like, okay, I'm gonna sit them down and make them, and these are all picked so perfectly. I love all of the arrangements of the song when the sax came in.
And I love he was like, boop, just in silence.
Like, hey, I'm here.
And like the drumming in this is so like it's the fills are so perfect. It's the chord progression is so good, and like the vocalists, the backing vocalists are like just come in like wow.
Yeah. But
Everything
all of the
is
layers,
so
all of the
perfect.
percussion, the keys.
But it has a
everything is
little
so
gaucho vibe there.
well
Maybe
thought out.
like I'm sure there's Steely Dan fans because you said this one was a 1981.
This one, yes.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, it's so good. It's like
Yeah, and I'm like even finding it like easier in this song to kind of pay attention to the lyrics, and they're pretty
Yeah.
like funny, like what I can understand or what I can make out of it. But obviously we like to focus a little bit more on the music on the first time around, but some of the lyrics are really funny.
so good.
So-
I mean, wow. I'm just like speechless
I know.
with this band.
And you know what I love too is that like we just discovered them technically, because this is like our real discovery, even though we'd heard them before. And we have 4 songs to listen to, like,
I know.
you know, off
because
the
we
bat.
deprive ourselves like of music. I know it's ridiculous, and maybe it sounds like almost like stupid, but we just want to keep it the way that, like, it took us almost a year to get through 3 or 4 albums of Steely Dan because we didn't want to like spoil this, you know, this moment.
Yes.
We wanted to share it. We wanted to have it on tape because I could have like listened to the entire discography of Steely Dan like in one day or maybe 2, but then it would be legit. So I was like, and I would tell Alexa, let's do more Steely Dan videos. Come on, I
he
want
was
to know more.
itching.
We
I mean,
we only
still, but
we only knew like Babylon Sisters was even later. We only had one song, Glamour Profession,
yeah.
and I was obsessed. I heard
Yes.
that song so many times, and then when we started to listen to Hey 19
Yeah.
and Babylon Sisters and Gaucho, and then I've now listened to Third World Man so many times, and the others. Oh my god! But well, this
This
band
is amazing.
though, this is
Little
on the
Feet is,
this for me is on the same level as Steely Dan
yeah, I can say,
musically.
and it doesn't
Maybe
feel
not
as like perfect. Like it doesn't feel as like
Polish
crisp and polished, but it's refreshing because it.
for me, yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, because for me, the only like polished records. I mean, I only know 4, but for me, like Asia is like,
Yeah.
you know, like the Dark Side of the Moon, and then Gaucho, and then but it's not like, for example, Royal Scam is not as doesn't feel as polished like the others.
Yeah.
But I
Could
mean,
be.
it's because, but this feels very like top notch for me. you
Yeah.
know. Everybody like listens to music differently. But let's keep going.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Thank you,
listening to
Andrew.
our.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, let's keep going. Gaucho.
Chicas will warm you. They can be persuasive, Gringo, with stars in their eyes.
Sounded like Sting.
Gringo, think of this before you leave.
Wow. so good.
Red Cadillac at sunset slowing down for another look at that border town.
I just know that.
Fade out.
Wow, this is
What a great track.
what a legendary piece of music
Yep.
I just witnessed. This is the best song so far I've
Yeah.
heard from them. This is like audio gold.
Yes.
The drumming had me the entire time.
Yeah.
And the way it was like equalized, holy crap. And then, oh yeah, it's so good. Like when you hear music like that, it's just so nice, you know, to be alive.
Yes.
Really,
it is.
you know, like this is like everything else is like secondary. But I hope they still tour. I would love to see them. This is
Me
amazing.
too. I was thinking that. I was
The-
like, I'm
the
gonna look up
sax
to make
solo-
sure that they're still.
The sax solo, there was no cheese. It was just perfection.
It was
and
smooth.
then you
but
see
yeah.
how I called those chords?
Yes.
Because it's just like, it's so cool that
It's what's
after a
natural,
while,
what's coming next.
yeah, you kind of like, I know everybody, you can do this too. Everybody can do it because after a while you just know what fits and what has to come, and I love when that happens, you know. My God, this Gringo, wow, what a track.
It was
I'm gonna
very
listen
good.
to this tonight.
I was gonna say that. I'm like,
A
I can
lot.
picture us, Gringo. You know, this is gonna be our new thing. I can
Like,
feel
everything
it.
about this song was amazing. It was like the production was amazing, like Asia level.
It was
Not
very
kidding. Like really amazing. Everything just great. Okay, let's finish it off with Hi Roller.
good. Yep, from the same album as Red Streamliner.
Perfect.
Woo!
But I love the 80s vibe it had. Not too much. There wasn't any synth, and there was just still like, you know, it was still, I don't know, it was so good. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
A high roller and a low ball jack stuck outside, trying to truck it down back. We're rooting on a lake, bad water town, watching the marks let them run it down. Now Jack say hi, he's a sight to see. He's a queen of hearts and a fancy free. Ace in the hole, feels so nice. I'm just a fool in a paradise.
Did you
what
see?
a great track.
Did you check like how they went totally into a different
It was crazy.
like theme,
It felt
like from this like funky like, and then they went into this whole like section, and the vocalist reminds me a little bit sometimes the ZZ Top.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
When he does that. Man, wow. Little Feet. I can't believe I was not going to listen to them again.
I
ever.
know. I think
Just
that's why Andrew was like, oh my god.
But you know what? This happened also with Alan Holdsworth. And it happened literally. I listened. This story, I've maybe told it like twice or so. But just for you guys that know. So Alan Holdsworth, my favorite musician. So I heard like everybody was talking about this guy. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to download one song. And since I was very into classical music, one said prelude, which is like a prelude.
Of course.
And so it starts and it was like, what the hell is this guy doing? It was just like synth and it's like, no. And I never listened to him for like 3 years.
It has to come at the right time,
And I
it has
missed
to be
3
the right
years.
song.
I missed 3 years of listening to Alan Holdsworth just because of one bad decision of one song that I didn't like. And when we heard Little Feet, I was like, well, you know, it's nice, but it's not my kind of jam. And now this revelation comes along. I mean, I'm going with Gringo.
Yeah.
And the first song, but all 4 songs were
so
super
good.
strong. The
And
first
you know
one,
what I loved too? I liked all the songs individually.
Yeah.
And I also liked how well they
you,
flowed
Andrew,
together.
made a like
amazing choice.
you were like you like took us by the hand and you like we were guided through or like do you think?
Yeah.
We were you took us through like
A journey.
A
Little
journey.
Feet journey.
and now I'm a fan. I
I'm
can
a
say I'm
fan.
gonna listen to this like I want to do more reactions, you know, because it's so much to talk about. It's so good. It's so well produced, so well played. Everything about this band screams like goodness. I love it.
And especially for us because we are very keyboard, we are very horns and sax
Yeah.
and
I
backing
mean,
vocals and
It's because we have like
everything that they embody we adore.
both of us are very into jazz, like just jazz. And so when a rock band like
Has jazzy elements.
has that jazzy element but still gets away with playing a good song, and that's what got so much attention from me with Steely Dan. I was like,
Right.
wow, they have this rock band, but it does sound very fusiony and
Yes.
jazzy, and I've only had listened to like instrumentals,
Right.
like doing that instrumental bands, but wow, I'm just blown away.
Me too. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much. Like I said, this is why I love requests. This is why I love marathons, because of things like this. And especially now, this was a perfect opportunity because, I mean, if we would have heard Gringo on its own, we would have loved it as well. But getting to see
The
difference, and I really, really liked how well the songs went together, and they weren't like
in different years, but
yeah.
like the first one had like the congas and stuff, and the palm muted guitar, and then it was more rock, and then it slowly came on to jazz, and Gringo was more like the whole fusion, like, hey, look what we can do, you know?
Exactly.
And then the last one was more like also like very, I don't know,
kind of funky.
yeah, like it reminded me a little bit of like Green Earrings style,
Yeah.
but then they went into this whole like section that had nothing to do with funk.
Amazing.
And then they came back. So wow, thank you so much,
Thank
and I
you,
hope you
Andrew.
guys enjoy this as much as we did. This was one of the like my favorite marathons in like a lot of time.
Yeah, I
This
agree.
was just so revealing.
Because we didn't know what to expect. We didn't like.
Not that the other marathons are not good, but it's like I guess a marathon is really cool if you do like all the same artists. I had one marathon thought of. I'm thinking of a marathon to show Alexia of Yngwie Malmsteen that embodies all of his playing styles, like instrumental, vocalist, other vocalists, maybe not so heavy, maybe heavy, so also 4 songs. I'm still working on it because it is hard to choose from so much. I have like 12 albums to choose from.
Yeah.
So thank you again, Andrew, for
Thank
doing that. I'm
you.
sure you did like a lot of listening and checking.
He did. He actually like, you know, I got the notification that he had requested a marathon, and then he's like, hey, I'll write you back. Like, I need a while to think about this. Like, and then he sent us a message through Patreon and was like, okay, here's my list. This is what I want. So that's when we know that it was also like the intention, you know? So thank you so much for that. We hope, like Nick said, that you guys enjoyed this as much as we did. Thank you, all of you, for all of your love, support, for all of your requests, your suggestions, your conversations, and the comments.
I love when the conversations get going. Wow.
I love them.
It's such a pleasure to
And
read
please
them.
share, like one thing that we pride ourselves in is that we are able to kind of keep up with the comments, and I'm not going to say we read every single one, but pretty much. I mean, we're checking the comments throughout the day. We share them with each other. We give you guys a heart. So we'll reply if we can. So please let us know like what your experience was with Little Feat, what other bands are there out there that we have yet to discover, and we hope to see you guys in the next video.
Thank you guys.
Bye everyone.
Take care. Bye.